back when we start going.
See if it's all right, buddy.
Wow. Just fire the strails.
Yeah, so it's not Robuddy on the stream, it must be me then. Oh, I know why.
Oh, your voice I can hear perfect.
I know why it's acting funny on my end. I'm gonna pause this update. Go ahead and dock.
Hello.
I don't know, it's so robot. I'm gonna restart my PlayStation.
What's going on,
Send
Miv?
me another invite.
Yeah, I'll send you a few. I'll send JP an invite. Look, I'm sending you one right now. G. P. Colin. Confirm. Done. I've sent Arrow and JP an invite. Don't forget it's coming from ZOR Gin, not Gin it to win it. Okay. I had to fire up the stream earlier just in case of it fucking just not loading during the race, like it's happened the past 2 weeks. Like Bobby had to do the first week on it and pretty much be the cameraman and the anchor, and then I had to do it last week for my Twitch because it was pretty much too late because I had Zen with me. But I have sent JP and Arrow invites. They're either not coming in because it's being slow, or let's see what the comments are saying. I had said Origin before you had that, Josh. JFD, should I say? Fucking hell, I'm going to get that confusing. I had my ZOR Gin months before you had your ZOR, Mr. Joshua Powell.
There we go.
In fact, this account before I changed it to ZOR Gin was called Beef Cheeks. Should have kept it as ZOR Beef Cheeks.
Yeah, that would have been it. That's the winner right there. ZOR Beef Cheeks.
ZOR Beef Cheeks. It's
Oh, that'd be good.
I've got. What do I smoke first? Yeah, I've rolled a blunt, or do I just have a regular one in a wrap, like in a Rizzler, in a normal sheet?
Oh, you're gonna make me pick? 'Cause the answer's both. But at the same
I can't have
time.
both at the same time. Not doubled with 40 milligrams of bloody edibles. Come on.
You're gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead in the stream. You're just gonna be like,
No, I won't be dead. I'll just be seeing things that are not really there, like.
My buddy did 30 milligrams of edibles for the first time when he got on a plane. I was like, oh, that was a bad idea.
No. That's the only reason I've done it now, because I know I'm in comfortable surroundings.
Yeah, I was like, why would you do it on a plane?
There's comments, but they're not showing up in my comments, so yeah. I need to pop on YouTube, don't I?
Let me pull it up.
Pull up the tube. Pull up the tubes.
Pull up the tube.
Pull up the tubes. Pull up the tubes. Repeating through my phone. Well, chat.
terminal says to hit the blunt.
Yeah.
Josh,
Really good
Josh
song. That's
says we
Bailey.
should focus on
Tonight's
commentating.
Edible Thursdays. Alright, I'm going with terminal. Gonna fire up the blunt. It's I think it's grape flavour.
Ooh. Alright, who are we missing to fill out the grid here?
Probably I'll be missing my legs in about 40 minutes. I'm estimating I had it about what 30 minutes ago, so I'm estimating it'll hit in between quali and the race. I'm estimating. It's
That
like,
would be hilarious.
so the stream, hopefully like people notice the difference, like, because I'm just gonna probably go off on one. It'll be a fun ride.
All right.
We waited on it. Everyone's in. Everyone's in. We just waited on the assist plebs to pick some cars. Pick some cars. You nonces. Last one to pick is an absolute nonce. Is total nonce. Nonce numero uno. See, Adri's gone straight for a car. Adri knew it was between Aero and GP. Who's a nonce? Who's your money on? GP's going to be the slow one to react to getting a car.
I mean, just because it's a new track. I mean, we saw how it went with Tier 1. I really don't...
Fucking
favorite?
said I want Josh.
Know,
Have a look at the YouTube chat. See what Joshua just said.
See what he said.
When I said in 40 minutes I'm going to feel legless, and that's his reply.
You see, I feel like Gilzo does on a daily basis.
Fucking hell. Just killed Gilzo off. But it don't matter if JP doesn't pick a car because there's only one car left for him to pick. Great.
You'll have to take like the first 5 minutes of quali. Gotta go pull my pizza out the oven.
Pizza? What is it? Is it Chicago? Is it Chicago?
It's margarita pizza.
No, is it a Chicago deep dish?
Chicago deep dish.
It's just a margarita. What about? Are you a fan of a calzone? Maybe he's can park some wreck. Has he gone? He's left me. Anyway, if you know who Ben White is and you're a fan of his calzones, and you're a fan of me. Well, best talk some because he's got to get his food. T2 Netherlands. ZOR. I'm the newly named, the newly born ZOR Gin. Parks and Rec was an awesome show, thank you Team Line. You've gone up even more in my estimations now just because of that. Now, if you've told me you've had one of Ron Swanson's delicacies, then even more. Turf and turf. Awesome. Anyway, it looks very overcast. It looks wet on the elder pavement. We could have a yes, it's going to be a wet. It looks wet. We're going to see some wall banging as we're waiting for people to get the head round. It could be a double wet right. It could be a double wet qualifying and a race. So double wetness. Let's see what they do. I can see here are some engines firing up. Is it Terminal Dirty, who's now been is the brand ambassador of that Reface app? Congrats, well deserved. As it looks like Soy Loco is the first out in the Williams, followed by whoever that was, because I have no visuals. Alt Maverick in the Haas, and we've got GP Colin in his old slow Haas. Get your slow Haas out of here, pal. Only joking, GP. We got Scavney, he's going to be the first to cross, and then it's going to be Maverick, then Mr. Baboon, who's making his first appearance, I believe. And so is Sam I Ham. Or it should be Ham I Am Sam. I am Sam Ham. Heavy wet to start. Oh, heavy wet. Just 3 people out. It looked a bit wet on the track, but obviously that's just the way the track is, and markings and stuff like that. We've got 4 people out at the minute. Let me get some telemetries. Get a track map. Let me get some lap data. Let me get what they're fitted. Everyone is going to opt for the softs, of course, because there's no point going on the mediums if it's going to be a wet start. You can save that set of mediums, so you've got 2 sets. Oh, as Hollow retires. He's done it by the bloody silly camber left hairpin. Mr. Baboon starts that, but we should drive on with Scavney because he's coming through T1 now, and he's going to have traffic ahead of him. All right on board. And there's the stricken car of Hollow. Terminal, get out of the way, and he saves his tyre from getting smashed oof. We're going to hop on board with the Maverick, man. Puts the purple, he's invalidated as well. That's Mr. Baboon then. Let's see what he's got. This is going to be fun, says Adri. Yep. As Adri always says, it's a yoke. It's a yoke. Let's see what Baboon does. He gets a purple. I think he's going to be the first one to set a time. That's why it's purple. But he's going to get this toe off Terminal, because Terminal ain't going to give up. He needs that speed to carry on to his flying lap, which is just going to give some Baboon some major suckage. And Mr. Baboon, a 111.4 on the softs. We got Sam on a fly out. We'll follow Sam until the end, I think, is coming to the end, because I don't think anyone else is on the lap. We got, in fact, let's check with a big man. No, he's where have I gone? There we go. I was thinking, wasn't Sam's car yellow? And Sam puts a 110.3. Modest. Bigger is on the lap, so we'll follow him for the rest. Been looking promising these past few weeks. So have a few other drivers. We've got Coxey, who's bagged 2 wins. 2 wins in 4. So he's won half the races so far this season, which is a good omen. RC bangs in a 10.7. He's had plenty of experience this week to show what he can do, so he should be proper used to this track by now, but not when it's in the rain. We've got heavy rain, so it's just going to be brilliant to see. It's bigger. Long as in a purple sector, a bit wide going in as he comes across the banking. Important not to get sucked too far from that wall, because that wall, like, it's off camber, the wall is as well, so that wall sticks in towards the track, so you can catch that. There's bigger puts in a 110.5. So we got Puff's about to finish his lap. 198. Half a second in the lead. Let's go with the Sam Ham. Sam Ham goes second. I'm just going to call him Sam Ham. We've got Sam M and Sam Ham. Anyway, anyone else about to start one? We've got, oh, here we go. Let's see if Cox is going to push it. Little Romney's retired. He's bit the dust coming out of that off camber left hairpin. Well, a terrible gradient coming out of that corner as well. Can catch you. I don't think he's pushing it that much, to be fair. We've got 2 throws, that same one. That terminal has just finished one, I think. Scavney is about to start another one along with Maverick, I believe. I think Coxey, that isn't a push lap from Coxey. I think he's going to come in. He may have invalidated the lap previous, which was his flyer. A big lock up going into this, but would he get good traction out? Yeah, cautious, but plants it. Well, Coxey did put in a lap 11.7. He knows there's room for improvement there, though. And Aero Striker's retired, whereas... he's just thinking the reserve retires because he can't qualify. So all the more important to put a lap in. Because you've got some fast guys as reserves looking to scythe their way through the pack without hindering their races, of course, because obviously wherever they finish it doesn't really matter. Scavney takes a tight exit through there to maximise track loss, and he goes a 10.9. What about Mr. Maverick? Been there or thereabouts, had to do a lot of catching up during races due to incidents, but seems to be consistent in the early part of the season, keeping it up with the other point scorers. But we're going to come to the business. Well, we're going to start coming to the business part of the season where gaps are going to form in the championship table. People are going to drop off. And let's see what Maverick puts in. It's going to be a slow one. It's a 10.7. So Puff in the driving seat at the minute. Yes, we've pretty much got Mario and Eric left to set a lap at, really. Obviously, Lit Romney's retired. Aero's retired because he's a reserve. He's just getting a setup down. And Hollow retired but via a crash on his outlap. We've got space. Let's follow Space Cab. We'll see what he can put in. See if he can improve on his 12.6. Is he up in his second sector? Let's have a look. No, he's 1.3 down. So is it worth coming back in and just jamming on another set of tyres? He's got someone behind him. Let's Soy low, Calgo. Let's see, follow Soy. Keeps it in 5th gear, which I think is the ideal gear to keep through that corner. So he goes. Very close. Very close indeed. I'm waiting on JXW to come back. I don't know what's going on. My mic is on, isn't it? Yeah, otherwise people would be saying in the chat. But yeah, Big is about to... Is he about to sit now? He's on a lap because his ERS is down.
All right.
There he is. Did you eat the pizza?
I haven't eaten the pizza yet. I just haven't eaten it now.
Okay. It's looking good. We've got Puff on power on 9.8, then Soy on a 9.8. Bigger's coming in on this lap. He's going to at least get another 2 runs in there. So we've got Sam Ham in 3rd on a 10.2. He's on a lap, I think. Yeah, he started a lap.
Looks like with that 198, that's a good, really good to start off with, especially only running 1 lap on softs.
Yeah, but it's heavy rain at the start of the race.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's going to be a spicy meatball. But Maverick's not on pace at the minute. He's on a 10.7. Scavney on a 10.9. Obviously, Hollow's retired on his outlap, coming towards that left, like the dodgy left hairpin where the gradient goes up on exit. He lost traction coming into that and into the wall. I think Lit Romney lost it on the exit of that corner. And obviously we've got Aero, GP, Camden and Adri not putting in a lap because they're reserves. Eric's still yet to
Well,
set a lap,
for
so is Mario.
for lit, that might not be the worst thing, especially if because that short run up, especially in the heavy rains, gonna be a bit rough.
Yeah.
And lit might find himself high up in the order.
Do you know what's going to be the
turns one and
horrible
two.
thing at the start? It's going to be spray going down that weaving straight towards the fast right-hander. Well, it's fast in the dry, but the spray, if it's heavy rain, it's going to be... visuals are going to be to a minimum, I'm going to say, if it's heavy rain at the start.
Yeah, we're really gonna find out who knows this track and who doesn't.
Yep.
Not much spray going on.
Let's see if Sam Ham can improve. He did put in a 195. I think he's on a slow lap, actually. Let's have a look. Let's see what his second sector's like. He might be pushing again. No, it's 2 seconds. 2 seconds up. What about Sam? I think he just improved his lap overall to a 110 flat. RC's in
Yeah,
the
looks
pits.
like he was...
Oh, Eric puts himself into 7th. Maybe these Mercedes can finally get on track. The same pairing from last year, who was pretty consistent towards the end of the season. The Haas switched to the Mercedes, and it hasn't gone well from the start of the season. Hopefully, like, this is the tide that shifts them into some points this week. But we got Baboon with 11.3. Cox is still in the pits in 11th place with an 11.7. Yeah.
Surprised Eric hasn't come out and tried and set with a soft. So obviously there's no reason to even...
If he's done it on the medium, that's a lap. Then he can. If he's done those on the mediums, then that's a lap and a half. But considering the times, like if he went on the softs, obviously he'd probably be there. Oh, Puff goes a 194 now. There you go. Mario puts in a 12.9. Is that a in lap? Coxley is about to come out. Last week's winner. Won't be happy with 11th at the minute, especially with a wet start. You want to be as high as possible. You want to have as little in front of you hindering you as possible, because someone could just miss their braking point or brake too early and cause just that concertina effect and cause maximum damage on everything, especially in the heavy rain. Ghosting
you might not
off.
even see someone slowing down, so you could be just...
Yep.
Bad news.
So these boys have got a real test. Obviously the debut of Zandvoort in T2 and ZOR, and it's going to be a heavy rain start.
Is it a heavy rain start that clears up into dry, or is it just going to rain throughout?
Zem says Puff is back, Mike is good, time for Puff to get back to being digital apparently. Well, T1 it's T1 where everyone really gets digital. You can't get digital in T2.
Nah, he might find himself back in T1.
Yeah. And Cox is we're gonna follow on board with Cox. It's been a bit of a lull. Everyone's in the pits, like getting ready. They all want to come out at the last minute, so we're just gonna follow Cox. Last week's winner. See if we can string a better lap together than this 11.7. That's a nice traction out of that.
Smooth as you like coming out of that downhill left-hander.
Yep. I did find when I had a little test earlier playing on a pad just to test the stream that the traction on the pad feels so planted. Unreal, like. But obviously the steering on my stick is shit.
I hope Adri's retired.
Yeah, Adri's probably retired in the pits.
Okay.
Because he reserve.
Ah.
Let's see where Cox is. He's half a second up. That would put him on 11.2 at the minute.
He purpled sector 2, so he might have something here.
He's invalidated it.
Invalidates it.
Yeah,
no,
but he can go in.
too wide.
He can go in there. He can go straight in and get another lap in. He's got enough time. Now you can Flintstone in there. You don't get no penalties for fucking just redlining that pit entry. 200 miles an hour going. It could be a bit dodgy that Puff because he lost the title last season. He's sandbagged so he can get an easy title this season. Thoughts, answers. You know where to send them, don't you? Send them to Puff's DMs. Anyway, we got Space Cowboy. He's about to start one, I think. Yeah, his engine chattering in second gear then. Let's see what he's like for the fast. The clouds are gathering for the race. Just like the fans. Yeah, cautious. I think Space Cowboy will be just happy with improving on his 12.6.
Yeah, maybe he can find himself up in the...
He goes well wide onto the curb, but doesn't invalidate. Let's see if he's up. He's 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3. That's an old power slide for the last corner. Here's Eric. Yeah, he's invalidated it there. 2 wide. So,
yeah, that last corner is a little tricky if you get too high.
Everyone's coming out now. So, I think it's going to be the Alpha. Where's the Alpha? Mr. Baboon is going to be the first to start in this group, I believe. No? He's letting the force injure through RC. We'll follow RC then.
It's Eric will be the first one to finish.
Okay.
He's out on his first lap of softs.
So we'll see what RC's like in the first sector, then we'll skip straight to Eric for the finale of his lap. Little lock up. You can't help but lock it up there sometimes, like going into that left-handed hairpin.
On the bright side, if you can roll the car around, it really doesn't hurt you too much. Actually gives you a little bit of speed coming out of that downhill.
1/10 up. Let's go back to Eric for the finale of his lap. He's 3/10 up. Looking smooth. Keeps out wide, but he is cutting in towards the wall to give himself a 9.9 in fourth.
There you go.
Let's go back on with RC towards the end of his lap. He's lost a bit of time. Doesn't use too much curb, which will give him better traction, I believe. But he's hogging that wall on the inside. And will he improve? He doesn't improve.
He does not.
And Puff's in the pits, Sam's in the pits. What about?
Mr. Baboon improves, puts himself up at 9th.
Improve a 10.8. We're going to see bigger now.
Here comes Coxie.
11.1.
Gavney doesn't improve. This looks like a Haas is coming around.
Bigger is just shy of a 10th up. Ah, but it snatches too much throttle coming out of that, and that's going to be it. So Eric, 4th place. So Loco's going to finish in 3rd. Obviously Sam's in the pit. Bigger's going to bring it in the pits, and that'll be it. Oh, Space Cowboy, he's on an in lap. He's coming. That's going to be qualifying then. So Eric gets a strong showing finally. Going to bring it in the pits and close it off, and obviously there's probably a little break before what could be a hectic Grand Prix. I'd cross the line, get the session over with, rather than tuck it in the pits.
Yeah, because now you're just going to have to retire.
No, I think Paulin T1 was a 108.6 from Packer.
Yeah, it was a 108.6, and then second was 108.8, and then third was...
Not as fast as the PC guys who were doing like 108.3s. Jesus.
Yeah.
But PC handles differently, like, as well. Girls could attest.
So.
Well, you can attest. Have you got it on PC or?
I had 2019 on PC, and it feels a lot faster, almost.
Obviously, because you can have more frames, can't you? If you have a jacked up PC.
Yeah.
Have a nice 4K monitor like that, 144 Hz or whatever, you'll be flying.
That sweet, sweet refresh rate.
Refresh.
Yeah, while we're waiting on the time to run out, so we're gonna have Puff at pole.
Yeah.
Sam in second. Soy Loco. It's Eric. Our biggest, the Ferraris find themselves in the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Sam M226, not to be confused with Sam I Ham,
Or Sam
in
Ham.
6th. RC7, 7th.
Yep.
Alton 8, Mr. Baboon 9, Scavney 10, Coxie 11. Terminal, it's his birthday today, in 12th. Space Cowboy 13th. Mario 14th.
Did you hear?
GP Colin 15. Adri 16. Camden 17. Lit 18. And the last 2 dropped off. Couldn't see who it was.
The last 2, I'll tell you, is Aero and Hollow. But happy birthday, Terminal, and congratulations on that Reface sponsorship. Congrats. You've deserved it. You've earned it, to be fair. Everyone, GG's in the chat for Terminal. Happy birthdays as well. Oh, this grape is nice.
Oh yeah, Arrow and Hollow. Hollow is the only one who is not. Let's see, Hollow and Lit both weren't able to put in times. They are not reserves. The rest of them, 15 onwards, are reserves.
There's a lot of business to be had in this race then.
Oh, it's gonna get wild. I am excited.
And me. I'm more excited for this to kick in now. I'm sorry, ZOR. Fucking hell, look at that. Get a free shower in there. Get your shampoo out.
Put your soap around some rope and tie it to your
No,
neck.
it wasn't Doff, don't lie. It wasn't an 8-4. I'm sure it was an 8-3. I'm sure. Don't lie.
Well, you know,
T-Money is the
Congratulations.
only person who would want to race in this. The fucking he's an alien.
Absolute madman wanted to race in heavy rain at Zandvoort.
Oh yeah, obviously. I always say the first person to ready up without actual readying up before the ready up notification is a nonce, of course. So we're on the nonce watch out before we get the official.
Sam I Ham,
No.
he's the nonce.
In the chat, Sam is nonce. It's okay. It just brings them even closer to the rainy death that is this race.
Oh, let's see what happens the formation lap. This is going to be fun.
Oh, it's a shame for Zay on it because we'll be watching him.
Over under on spinouts going on the formation lap.
It could be over under on DNFs here. Like maybe we'll get some dates up, man. Get ties. Obviously they're all starting on the wets. But Puff, we didn't talk about. You actually got pole, first pole. Finally, the Fanatec of Dreams coming alive.
He's getting.
But has he practiced the wet race? It's a 2-stop in the wet. It's a 1-stop. Sorry, I'm fucking blind. 1-stop, or you could opt for the 2-stop, but the 1-stop will be quicker overall. Even though lap time, but sources indicate it's 15 seconds. But he might be slower in the wet. I don't know. We'll see. But I know it's 15, roughly around 15 to 17 seconds, depending on how fast your pit crew can be asked to change your tyres. Predictions on JXW. What are your thoughts?
Oh, with the rain?
It's looking good. There's 2 Ferraris in the top 5. It's looking good for them.
I think we're going to just see someone from like 8 to 12. Just someone in between there is going to end up at the top just because of the rain. It's just going to throw everyone for an absolute loop. Because, I mean, new track. People probably have not practiced this in the rain. And it's heavy rain.
Mark Photo says, is it all wet? I don't know. I think it says wet. I think Alt Maverick said it's heavy wet at the start, so we could have a heavy wet to dry race, which would be nice.
See heavy wet to dry. That'd be really interesting.
See some real strategies play. Well, we won't see strategies play out because everyone will go in for dries when it's time. No one's going to stay at 5 laps extra to put the dries on 5 laps later, like that, mate.
Yeah, but who's going to gamble to try and get in earlier, get those softs on, get 10 laps out of them?
My chat keeps losing connection, so I can't see what your comments are saying.
Looks like Alt says enters it in, so it may be.
Yeah, enters it in
the whole time.
Ooh, nice then. A full wet race as we're waiting for that Force India of Hollow to line up. We'll have a look at the start and then we'll pick a car who's got a good start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it's away we go!
And away we go!
Oh, I think, Space Cowboys jumped time.
Scavney's got himself a huge start. Puff's dropped himself down to 9th.
The far is up now. Puff's in 4th. We've got a yellow flag already. There's a pile up in T1. It's the Doc and Mario Adri. Well, it seemed like that, but is it going to?
Mario's lost it. Looks like Mario might have just gotten tangled up.
But I know it's still Sam in 1st, Soy 2nd, Eric 3rd, Puff 4th, Bigger 5th. Ignore Space Cowboy. He's brought the space-time continuum to get in that place.
Well, it looks like a Merc of Adri.
Is there everyone?
Ooh, fighting it out.
Cox has had a good start as well. Cox has grabbed a few places.
Here we go. Now it's fixed itself. Yep. Sam, I Ham, and Spurs.
Birthday boy battling for points. Oh! We got a pile up coming into the second DRF. Scavney got pretty much span and
virtual safety car.
Yeah, it's definitely a virtual safety car.
Luckily, no one had to retire from that, so Scavney might be able to get his wing changed into the virtual safety car. Might have enough time.
That's 1 of 5. Mark it down, JX. Oh, Terminal birthday.
Terminal gets a drive through.
Jesus.
Jesus.
But anything. It's early in the race. Anything can happen.
It's rainy. It's wet. Anything can happen.
Hollow gets a drive through.
Oh, we've got another.
Yep.
Yellow there.
As you've all resumed.
Comes flying into the pits. Oh, the Haas and
let's go back to racing.
McLaren almost collect there.
As you got Puff has fallen away from Eric. Soy Loco has got past Sam. So we've got gaps in the top 5 now. Spreading, we've got Sam M and Alt Maverick, Coxie. Oh, Sam M has gone back past Soy Loco, I believe.
It's lost its mind here. Yeah, Sam's in 1st, Soy Loco 2nd, 3rd is Eric, Puff in 4th.
Okay.
Puff's starting to close the gap on Eric as Eric spins out, and there goes Puff in the 3rd.
A great qualifying.
Eric's just dropping down the order because he can't get out back on track.
As Coxey's made up another position, so I think he started 11th, now he's into 7th. Scavney's retired.
Scavney's retired, that might bring out a safety car.
Yep, safety car.
Yep.
So it'll... Terminal can't serve that drive-through. Unless he's gone in. No, he's way before that, like, so... That's going to delay his drive-through for a bit. Sam's comes in the pits.
Oh, Eric gets himself a drive-through as well.
It's not looking good. You've got Camden, and they must have had... Let's see if they've had damage. Because you wouldn't come in at lap 3 under the safety car, unless you've got damage.
And Sam came in and just swapped his tyres out. I didn't see any damage on
As
them.
Mr. Baboon gets his 5-second penalty, it's going to be a busy for the stewards. Scavney has left.
Bad luck for Scavney.
One of our dudes, Scavney, yeah, he was in the... He's going to drop, like, what? Loads of points now.
Yeah, he was in the...
He's in the hunt. He's in the hunt. As Sam goes a little bit on the grass there to catch up with the safety car.
So now Soy Loco's in 1st. Puff finds himself back at the top.
See, it's a double podium for these Ferraris. As long as they keep it together, keep their heads in shape, don't do anything stupid with each other. And obviously if they can pull away from the cars behind, but it's early, it's lap 3 of 36. You've got Zenith, who has a whistle.
They can avoid what they did in Australia and not run into each other.
He was a whiskey nose. Whistly nose? That's probably me. Whistly nose. Say Chris. Herbert from fucking Family Guy.
D-Zig says in before Ferraris repeat Brazil.
Yeah. What happened in D-Zig's Brazil? What are you on about?
No, when Charles Leclerc and Vettel ran into each other.
No. They know better.
Or Austria.
I think they know better. I think the safety car is going to be another lap yet. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, these tires are going to be nice and cold because it's hard to keep.
Oh, as a Haas goes, fucking old Maverick goes straight off into the barrier under the safety car.
Oh no!
It definitely is. It's into the barrier. Oh no! Yeah, he needs
got a lot of damage. He's gonna have to come in and get.
Now that's a lot of damage. Flex type.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh.
The bad part is the safety car is probably gonna come in this lap too, so he's gonna be.
Yep. So it's all about Soy Loco getting a clean safety car restart.
It's gonna be a huge benefit to Soy Loco because now he's not gonna have spray flying into his face.
Yeah, he's gonna be the one who's benefiting the most. Those Ferraris will be okay, but everything behind them, it's just gonna be like monsoon. You ain't gonna be able to see.
Gotta pay attention to those blinking lights even harder.
Indeed. Oh no, we're going round again.
Oh, Alt Maverick might have lucked out on that.
Might have. He's got to catch back up though. Oh no, safety cars in this lap. That is absolute
really
dodgy.
Late. That's really late when they.
So Alt Maverick's screwed then?
Yep, he is screwed.
Those cars behind are going to think if they haven't got their radar on full. No. Just double check.
Oh no! Oh.
What's going on?
Looks like Hollow ran into the back of Aerostrike.
Oh.
Destroyed his front wing. Soy gets a great jump already off a second and a half. So that's the kind of restart that you want.
Sam Ham spam! Sam Ham spam! Oh, his wing's gone. Everyone dodging around. Oh, look at this now. Coxie. Behind the bigger. It's on.
Coxie started in what, 12th?
Yeah, Coxie started in 12th. He's 4. Like you said, someone's going to benefit. Obviously, Coxie's just got to keep a level head. There's no point in racing here. Like you can't overtake, especially in these wet conditions. Try and force him into a mistake. That's what you need to do. So you get that track.
31 laps, patience is going to be key in the wet.
Indeed. 31 laps left to go. One retiree, lots of damage. And obviously you got Hollow and Arrow who have dropped all the way back, and we've got another yellow flag.
Someone looks like a Williams gone around.
It's the birthday boy. It's not the birthday he's hoping for.
Did he take any damage? He did. His front left wing is damaged. He's going to have to go in and get that
I am
fixed.
following on board with Cox for the time being for the battle for the podium, as Sam is falling shy of these. Now Cox is falling shy of Bigger. But Soy Loco is just on another level.
Wow, Soy's already put in 3 seconds.
Yep. Space Cowboy comes in.
Terminal and GP. GP, yeah, Space Cowboy, Terminal, both in the pits. Mario has found himself from... Was it,
I think he was in 12th anyway, wasn't he?
Let me check here.
I think Cox is the big winner out of everything.
Yeah, Coxie so far is the huge winner.
And if I was Coxie, I'd just back these points now. Like, if anything, improve. If you can improve, improve. But at the minute, you're pulling away from 5th behind. It's only going to get a little bit like drier in terms. Obviously, you've got the pace in the wet here to pull a gap.
Yeah, Camden's up 11 spots as well.
Yeah, but he's not going to factor into the results. He's just got to make sure he keeps his race clean and doesn't impede anyone who tries to race him.
Yeah, Coxey's up 7 positions so far, so he is definitely the big winner out of the people who can get points.
But we have a little group of 3. Let's go down here to the group of RC, Baboon, Lit Romney, and Adri.
Very tight. Not even a second separating the 3 cars there.
Oh, Terminal had to disconnected and joined back. As Puff puts it. Oh, here we go. He's gained half a second. That last lap on Soy. I'll keep tabs though, but let's focus on some other guys for the time being. As Eric comes into the pits.
So can Lit find his way around Mr. Baboon?
The Baboon of Dreams. His debut,
like Baboon's closing in on RC here.
Yeah. RC is falling, gaining a little bit there. As Aero puts in the fastest lap on the wets, jacking that point away from the T2 guys. Pulling that weight, the T1 weight. The T1 weight. I've lost all Delta, all times.
Oh, I've lost them all too.
They've got to come back round for the start finish before we get them back now. Cody's, what a beautiful game. But I think everyone's just assessing the situation, just following, trying not to do anything stupid. Especially
Coxey is in the yellow gas, so he's going to have to start probably fuel saving here relatively soon.
Yeah, but you can do. It's easy enough to fuel save around here, just as well.
Right. Just don't know how far he is down though.
Don't know how far down the rabbit hole he is with in terms of fuel.
Coxey might be in a good spot because Sam's used his ERS, and Sam's gone wide, so Coxey's starting to pull away from Sam there.
And Coxey is dropping off bigger, and we've got a full course, not a full course caution, it's just a VSC. Now's the time where you can save fuel, Coxey. Just drop it in lane, drop back a few seconds, so you know you don't.
Terminal's out. That's unfortunate for him, birthday boy. Goes out on the fast right-hander. Yeah, it looks like he just lost it. Probably got a bit too much in the grease. Put it into the wall.
Indeed.
And Sam, I am. Oh no.
I think that's race out for Mr. Ham. Oof.
Ham's already down. He's already down 9 positions. He's going to find himself.
As we're back to racing. And it's 3.3 now between Coxey and Sam. So all Coxey's got to do is just manage the fuel. Obviously the race can come back to him. I'm not going to jinx anyone else, but Coxey is solid as a Cox, you know what I mean? Getting 2 wins. Solid.
Baboon's still trying to find a way to get close enough to RC to make a move on him.
Adri has got past Lit Romney, we have missed that. Sam Ham is coming back onto Lit Romney. Did Sam Ham have a drive-through, was it? It was, wasn't it? He had a drive-through, so he's got to serve that, so he's going to fall to the pretty much
round
about
the
space cable.
Better to serve it now, when there's not a safety car, and that way when there is a safety car you can kind of make up, because there's probably going to be another safety car.
There could be. So we've had 2 VSCs. Have we had 2 safety cars?
We've had 2 VSCs and 1 safety car.
So we've had 3.
We've got 3, so we've got 2 more possible.
Yep.
Safety cars.
Or VSCs.
Yeah, one of the 2.
So I'm going to say
26 laps to go.
Right, do you want to lap pitting about halfway for the race, lap 18? If it's possible to get an undercut, you will utilise it because it will work wonders. Obviously, because people are finding it hard to overtake. You have to be really behind them on the traction, and have a good traction to even think about it. Especially coming out of the last corner, especially with no DRS as well.
If the rain's easing up, you want to get on the inters as quick as possible. But if you get on too early, then you've got no grip. So it's just a balance of trying to make sure you don't stay on the wets too long, and you get the inters.
But Adri's
because you don't want to be on the inters too late, and then you're going to be too slow.
We could have Adri hustling Baboon now. He's right in the slipstream of him. Let's ride on board. As his Baboon might have tapped the wall then. I'm not sure. Let's ride on board, see if we can have a lie. His wing looks okay as Adri goes through. Oh, is Baboon going to fight it around the outside?
Oh, going around the outside there. No, you can't.
It is viable, but in the wet, it's more of a challenge in the wet as Adri will now close upon RC. RC now 5.44 behind Camden, who's caught up with Sam.
Now Coxey's caught up to Bigga now. He's in within half a second there.
And Bigga's dropped off his teammate.
Oh no, there goes Sam.
Sam and Adri's and Adri as well.
Adri's lost it.
But Sam did lose it as well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Camden's gone past and he's fallen 3.3 straight away. So Sam must have lost it at the same time as Adri. And Coxey's lost just a little bit of time to Bigga now.
Coxey must be having an issue in the wet in Sector 2 because he seems to gain on Sector 1 and 3, but Sector 2 seems to be his poison.
He's built for speed, eh? That's what he's done. There's Puff. 1.8. He's got a lot of battery left. Soy has got a lot of battery, so's Bigga. The thing is with Zandvoort, this circuit, your battery just drains. Like you can lose 50% by the end of the first corner if you use it coming out. That's it, it's gone.
And then, it's hard to get it back. There's not enough heavy braking zones to really build the ERS back up.
So you pretty much want to run in lean every fucking corner, so you're harvesting. You're not using it all. As our ARO goes at 23.8 now. It doesn't look like it's easy now, is it? Well, it is, but the track doesn't look like it's getting there yet.
It doesn't look like it's getting any drier yet.
10 laps away as Coxey is riding those curves. You don't ride those curves too much, it sucks you out. Camden has caught up a second to this lap. So if Coxey's smart, he won't fight Camden. Obviously, Camden's quicker as you've got a yellow flag. It's the Mercedes. It's Eric.
He goes through the grass to try and avoid the cars coming
out. And I think Mario is caught Mario overtakes GP as Mario overtakes Sam Ham through the fast right hander, and then GP through GP's mistake, and he's on the back of Aero, who's on the back of Eric.
It's like Eric just passed Aero. May have been Aero just letting him through because Aero is a reserve.
Yeah, there is still spray kicking up the back of the car, so it's not Inters time yet. Those wets are still kicking up lots of spray.
No, it's probably good at least 8 laps away before Inters even start being a thought.
As Camden, look at the gaps now. Coxey's fallen 3.2. Camden's caught up a lot. Have we got a yellow flag? It's
Renault went around. It's Space Cowboy. He's recovered. He's got damage to his front left.
Okay. So Space Cowboys will be coming in. So Camden has got a few fresher tyres.
Puff has taken the lead.
Oh, so he's struggling, and
lost it.
Do you reckon he's just took too much? He's got to have took too much out, and then the temperature's just dropped. Or I think it's the full wet tyres. The temperature. As soon as you lose temperature, that's it. You're just on ice, and that's what it looks like. Look, so he's just on ice.
Yeah, he's trying to maintain while.
And I think Cox is in the same. I think Cox is in the exact same position as well. So I think they might have to jump in the pits now, especially Soy. There's no way you can keep. Oh! Coxey keeps it planted, but Soy nearly is juggling then, and he's gambling another lap. Just gonna ride on board. Let's see what it's going to be like for the left. That's where it's going to be. Has he got a yellow flag? It's lit Romney.
Romney's gone into the wall.
It's alright, he's still
not
running
retiring, so he's still running.
Let's see what Soy's like coming out this corner. Gets it planted. What about Coxey? Yeah. But they've got Camden beyond. Let's ride on board with Camden. Just to make sure he's not forceful for the move. But obviously it's blatantly at this point of the race Camden is quicker. His tyres are still in the temperature.
Yeah, I just wish we could see the tire temps.
That would be a novel thing, but you know, Cody, this ain't going to be something easy in like they could put it in.
Camden's all over the gearbox of Coxey here. But
you can see Camden's tyre temps on his wheel. He's in the his front left's in the 60s and the rest are in the 70s. Let's have a look at Coxey's. Oh, as Coxey goes into the wall.
Oh, and Sam goes. Sam's retired. Looks like he just retired in the pits, gave up. Yeah, he was down 16 positions.
As Camden is round the outside. Has Coxey got damage now? His end plates are on, but he could still have yellow damage. It's orange damage that gets rid of the end plates. Yellow damage is, I just think it's the front part. But what he can do, just, you know what I mean, just keep it. He's got that gap. He's in technically 4th place. If Camden puts pressure on Soy and forces Soy into him, and not like, you know what I mean, puts pressure on Soy into a mistake, podium's still there. There's RC and Sam are battling, and Mr. Baboon is through as well, coming for the tight left-hander. Andrew's right behind. Alt Maverick 7.6 behind Niesler. There's RC. Something's going on with RC. Or did he just had a bad exit? I think the wet tyres are just done. Even though they've run 11 laps, some of these people can't keep the temperature.
And it looks like the spray's starting to die down a bit too, so I mean we might be in inter territory here pretty soon.
Could someone gamble early and benefit, like? Because I'm guessing everyone's waiting for that one person to dive in ahead of him. And that's what will kick it off.
Now, you don't want to be that one person that's wrong, because then you find yourself on the wall really fast if there's still pools sitting out there. I don't see any, but
now it does look like the track's drying up a bit as Coxey has to let off the throttle coming through the banked corner. And the Ferraris are pulling away ever so slightly. Sam is so tentative on the throttle. I mean, Soy's tentative on the throttle coming out of T1. Pretty much juggling it.
Yeah, he's not wanting to. Oh, and Renault's gone off. It's Space Cowboy again.
It looks like he's gotten going again on the track map. And Coxey's pulling away from Sam. Sam's holding up the people behind him, which is probably music to Coxey's ears here, because top 4 finish, you'll take it in conditions like this.
Especially starting 11th. I mean, can't really complain too much there.
Not at all. So we've got another yellow flag. It's
a Haas. Looks like GP.
Oh, there's a little
might have gotten into the grass.
So a few people having stinkers of races. It's not going as planned. As Camden is right on board for a movie. Oh, Soy nearly bins it coming out.
There goes Camden right past.
Yeah, Soy's just not going to bother fighting. Yep. I think Soy's just gambled waiting for the crossover. I think you could gamble now. I think it's time, because look at the rubber on the track. It's there or thereabout. Puff. Oh my
God. Puff's disconnected. Oh no. Yeah, I think you can go in and gamble here.
I think because it's raining still. I think the AI is like a bit quicker in the rain. So hopefully, like the people with that their tyres are not as obviously they've gone like just hopefully gets back in. But he has bled a second in the space of what 15 seconds. So it's not looking good. Maybe if Bigger pulls a solid here and just plays defensive duty to the people behind him until Puff gets in.
I don't know. Bigger's closed down that 1
Do you reckon you can? Oh, Puff has
second.
joined. Puff has joined. He's joined back. Let's hope he can load back into the race and get control of his car.
Hopefully not in the middle of that turn.
As Cox is right on the back of Loco now. Sam's caught up a second on these guys behind. As Loco goes very wide.
Oh, so does Coxie.
Not as wide as Loco. Loco touches the grass. Goes very wide. Like, oof. Now this is full position now.
It's a good move by Coxie.
Yeah.
It's his. Coxie's now finding himself a spot on the podium.
That'll be a nice, juicy interview after the race with these, if it stays that way. But no, it's just on Coxie, just keeping those tyres. You're a few laps away from the crossover.
Oh,
And,
Soy almost loses it again. Oh man, Soy's having a rough time with those tire temps.
And Puffy's back in there. Bigger is past Puff.
I've lost the intervals.
Yeah, I've lost intervals. I've got Mario, GP and Romney's because they've crossed the finish line.
Camden's closing in on Puff and Bigger here. Those
3 lap younger tyres are really helping. Obviously the DC from Puff didn't help. If you can, JXW, do you want to fire him a few extra invites just in case it happens again?
Yeah.
Is the thing, will Puff let Camden through? It'd be the sensible thing to do because he obviously is faster at this point, but he gets a terrible run out of the bank set corner.
Yeah, I just don't think there's any sense in fighting the guy that's got no points. I mean,
Soy's going in. Soy's going in. He's definitely going in on the inters. Sam carries on. Adri carries. Oh, it's Adri. Big old papaya dive bomb. And he makes it stick.
He gets the wets. He gets the wets, and he had to put on a new wing. That might have been Soy's problem.
Obviously, once your tyres have gone, that the wing damage just amplifies as well.
Arrow serving a 5-second penalty.
Arrow on the inters. So we'll keep an eye on his times and the delta to the car in front. But Adri is catching up to Cox as well. Obviously, he don't factor into the results as well.
Yes, so Coxie's got himself a good overall.
I know, but he has dropped time. His tyres have gone. I think now is the time. But if they go on the inters, I think it's a double interstint, isn't it? Because you can't do 18 laps on inters if you can't do 18 laps in the wet, on wets. He's struggling. So it could be a double stint. It could be a 2-stopper.
Arrow is flying. It looks like he's not really having an issue
making
it
it's
stick,
inters.
So
it's inters time.
It is inters time.
And
absolutely.
Coxie's going in. Big stonks. Don't get that penalty, lad. Yes, he's in the pits. So is Adri. Sam stays out. He's going to lose big time. RC stays out. People who stay out now are going to lose out big. Maybe not ult. Oh, as RC goes very deep onto the gravel.
So Coxie, if he can make up a second or two on Sam and Puff and Bigger, he's going to
come out. He's going to come out ahead of Sam and Bigger. But Ult's made up after. It seems like he's had a terrible race so far, and somehow he's brought himself back up to the pack, like with Sam and that. So he's in the points at the minute. RC had that going deep, and here comes Coxie. Yeah, the car just looks.
Coxie is just cutting time, just cutting it. Look at that! Wow, he's already taken off 2 seconds off of RC. Oh yeah, he just looks better. The inners are just looking so much better.
What are the Ferraris going to do? So obviously Bigger's now got preference. So and Bigger goes.
Yeah, Bigger goes in. He's gonna swap.
Camden stays out. Oof.
We got a yellow flag. Looks like Space Cowboy's gone around again.
Yeah, and he's letting through traffic as well. And everyone's coming
That's
in the
true,
pits
he
now
is
on the
a lap
wets.
around.
So Cox is going to get back past all these people. Bigger's safely out the pits as well, so let's see what the gap is to Bigger.
Looks like it's gonna be. Looks like it's about 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Coxie and Bigger.
7.8. But obviously he's going to catch up seconds on Puff now, and Puff and Camden are going to lose time. Air started at 22. Yeah, he's
second
flying.
and a half faster on the inters. Yeah. Coxie's cutting the time pretty good to Bigger. Coxie may be a lot faster on the inters.
Have we got a flag in sector 3? It's
Space Cowboy retired.
Is he? Yeah, he's retired. That could be a safety car, and it could help Puff and Camden. Well, he's on track. It looks like he's on track. I can't pick him. Puff, you're going to ride on board now. Yeah, virtual safety car. So it's going to help.
Yeah,
Puff
he's
and
in
Camden.
he's in the middle. He's in the middle of the front straight. Ooh, that should be a safety car.
And luckily he's been recovered. So now is the time to pit.
That's gonna help. That's gonna help Puff out a lot.
That seemed like it was fast. What about Camden? Camden slows it down. Yeah, they're going to get out in front, I believe. So possibly 15 laps of racing. As Puff has come out. Bigger had to slow down his delta. It allows Camden through. Obviously people are going to lose time as Hollow gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC. So Coxie 6.9 now.
Coxie's just cutting into that time. I think Coxie might be a lot faster on the inters than Bigger and Puff.
Going on the grass doesn't help though. It's just all about keeping it, because to keep your tyres clean in that temperature.
If I'm Puff, I almost let Camden by.
Yeah.
I don't want him pressuring me, causing an incident.
Flag coming out the tight left. Everyone's going now. Back on green. Oh, Camden touches the instant spin curb, but gets away with it. There's Bigger who's catching up as well. Oh my God, he's retired as well, but he's retired in the pits.
Looks like his car came out though.
Well, there's no one behind it for the time being. Hopefully it don't get in the way of these, because this bunch, the leading trio, are going to come through that turn in about 15
as long
seconds.
as the car isn't doing what Dylan's car did on Monday, should be fine, because it'll let people through.
Okay, Puff just let Camden through. I mean, yeah, Puff just let Camden through, so I think it's the Ferrari start, as Coxie is 5.3 and chasing. Adri has left the session, so that's good news for Coxie.
There must have been a disconnect. I mean, Coxie is he's eating into the time. He's got plenty of laps to make up.
It's going to be hard for Baboon to pass Adri in the rain. Like, obviously the disconnect, the ghosting's off as well. It's going to be cheeky to go. He obviously hangs it around the outside.
Oh, they touch a little bit, and
he gets it done. And obviously that puts him 12 seconds behind Coxie now, who is 3.7 and chasing. I don't know what's going on in my chat, like.
Let's see, Sam.
Yeah, Sam. I think Sam.
Sam says good commentating. He was enjoying listening along as a race. Fortunate it was spun twice, but hey, fun race while it lasted. Well, we appreciate the support.
So we have got a fight here.
Couple bad blocks.
As long as these three keep it clean, it's a podium for them all. It's just about what order they're going to be in. Obviously,
insane. Coxie's just on the inters, and he's cut 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
Oh, there you go.
122.7.
But he is on the older tyres out the three of them. It's 3 lap old tyres, then Bigger with 2, then Puff on the freshest of all.
Yeah, but I think he's got enough time left on the inters that he can probably really cut into the time.
And obviously, will these inters last? Oh, there's Aero goes a 21.8. Lit Romney and Erica on the Rets. Andrew got booted from the session. Do you want to send? Have you got Adrian on your friends list?
Let me see.
We'll get him back in. Even though he's lost a shed load of places. I know he'd want to get in. He'd be going, yeah, he's a yoke. We'll try and get you back in, Adrian. Well, you can search him, can't you? You can search him now, can't you? Just search Adrian, and you'll come up as common friends. Yeah. Adril. Adril. There's Cox. It's just still 3.7. He's not gaining. He's not losing time to Mr. Baboon either. So, if he keeps building that gap, though, he could have a pit stop in hand and go into some fresh inters. Because you don't know if these tyres are going to last. I believe, will Bigger want to fight for the win, or will I want to keep this fantastic position?
I mean, you want to fight him, but at the same time, you don't want to...
When was the last time there's been a double podium for a team?
Tier 1 and Tier 2? Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while, isn't it? So, they like to have that like little notch under the belt. As we've got a flag in Sector 3, it's Eric on the
Eric.
wets. Still out on those wets in this
backwards.
weather.
He's completely around.
His teammate goes past.
Can you turn around before any more cars get around there? Oh no, and it spooks Mario, who spins out as well.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh, get off the track, there we go. Oh man.
But we have got the leaders about to come through. But they're both going. They're both going. It's Bigger. Puff has a bad exit coming out at the end of the, like, towards the end of the lap, but he gets a good launch out the bank section. Coxey caught up a second.
Might have been harvesting because he's cranked it up now. He's up at 2.8 now. Yeah, Coxey's really cranked it up. He wants that win.
And Eric comes out in front of Puff. Will he be given a blue flag? Blue flag, blue flag. As Alt Maverick puts in a 21.5.
Wow.
So
Alt's got a bit of a gap to really make up.
Yeah.
He can get past Mr. Baboon, but I don't know if he's going to be able to catch Coxey with 11 laps, 11 seconds. He'd have to go to second lap.
For them to do that, you'd need to be running regular corner cutting. What kind of league runs regular corner cutting?
Some sort of 2-bit league.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Jesus. Right, Coxey 2.8, and Malt Maverick is on the back of the Baboon as Soy Loco gets past Adri. Is Adri back in, is he?
I sent him an invite. I don't know if he's back in. I didn't see him come back in.
I didn't know, he didn't say he joined back in, so I was just asking. Don't shoot the messenger. Aero is chasing down Sam. Sam dropping time to Maverick. Maverick is possibly going to get Baboon in the next few laps, give or take.
Let me see.
But all this is doing, it's pulling away from Coxey's just pulling away from the screen. Here's Adri, he's joined back in now.
So neither Bigga nor Coxey have time penalties.
Maverick puts in a 21.5 match is pretty much what he did last lap.
Okay, so the top three, none of them have time penalties currently.
I think Coxey might have had a bit of a slow exit out of the left hairpin. What would really screw it up for Bigger now would be getting a penalty. You'd obviously don't want to get that. Obviously, we haven't seen Coxey get a penalty yet.
Yeah, Coxey has 3 warnings though, whereas Bigga doesn't have any warnings. So Coxey's more at risk.
Has Coxey got 3 warnings and not a penalty? He might have had a contact warning and two extensions.
I don't know, it just said warning, it didn't tell me what it was.
Okay.
Oh, lost the intervals again.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
It's like
Baboon is...
Mario's trying to find a way to let the leaders through here. Didn't want to hold them up too much, Mario and Eric.
Yeah. So Eric pumps in a fast lap.
I don't know, hopefully we see Camden towards the end of the race just kind of pull off.
And give him the outright win.
Yeah, so they get to celebrate on the podium.
That'd be nice. But we're going to see in a few laps' time if Cox's tyres are going to hold up, because he's got the 7-lap old tyres, and Baboon has caught up a second last lap. So maybe
he's just slowed down a bit to save fuel.
Well, Aero's our barometer. He's got the oldest tyres at the minute, and let's see how he's running. He's a bit shaky coming out. It looks like it's raining a bit heavier.
It's about the same. I don't know. I haven't
I've
been
switched to
too
Aero. It
close
looks
to
like
it.
his T-cam's got a lot of rain on it, and yeah, compared to Sam's, like.
I mean, you almost wonder if a safety car or VSC comes out, you go in and
There we go.
the
Mavericks
fresh
past Baboon now. Let's see if he can eat into that gap. There's still a lot of time left in this race.
I still got 9 laps. I mean, can still have one more safety car.
Yeah, there's still. We'll see if there's a lot of time in Maverick's pace to catch up with Coxey. As Coxey has caught up, like, oh, I think it's because Mario might have let Bigger through and cost him a bit of time, like on the pass. But now Coxey's got to try and get past Mario without it hindering him. And they do it on the outside.
Mario's gonna let him through right there.
Cost Coxey no time whatsoever.
Might have been a little bit of team play there. Just having Mario slow up Big a little bit.
Now Coxey's back within that 3 seconds just in case Bigger does get a penalty. So it seems these three, the top three, have probably got similar paces. He really over revs the car coming into there. Loses a bit of time.
Yeah, unfortunately there's not really any close gaps right now.
We've got Baboon trying to keep tabs. We've got Aero stuck behind Sam still.
Yeah, I don't think Aero's gonna push too hard.
Do you reckon he'll see how long he can take these tyres? Well, we'll know if he has to pit, then they ain't going to last long. Oh, Coxey gets 3 seconds,
No,
but it
Coxey
don't
gets a
matter to
3-second
the...
penalty.
So he's 7 seconds. Maverick is behind now.
Oh no! Oh, Mario spun out right at the exit of the final turn.
I thought it was Mario. I thought it was Coxey. Don't touch
I thought
that
it was
curve.
Coxey too.
So look at how Mario, next to the pitch, can get in the pitch, get a fresh wing on. So how many reserves we've got running still? We've got Eric, GP... Oh, no, not Eric. We've got GP, Aero, Adri, and Camden.
Still able to...
So Mario's still a few retirements
from
some points. So if a few like T2 drivers retire, Mario could still get some points here. So not all he's lost.
Soy still finds himself in the points even after a lot of bad luck there.
His tyres just melted off, didn't they, in that first stint on the wets?
Oh yeah.
And Coxey just kept his just about in. Obviously, I'm sure Soy span, which gave the positions to Puff. GP puts in the fastest now at 20.3. He's on... No, he's on 9 laps. Ooh, so we see this pace in the tyres at 9 laps. Coxey is dropping off now of Bigger. Are we going to... Is Spinotto going to let these guys battle for the win? Or are they going to just shut up shop and Bigger just going to give Puff the win? So it'd be Bigger. If that happens, it's got to be Bigger, not number 2 driver confirmed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see.
I'd like to see something clean, something tasty. But obviously,
I mean,
they're both into each other's ear, saying if we do, they don't want to do it. Obviously, it's nice points here for the constructors, which is what they need. It's not about themselves this weekend; it's about maximising what you got. Could be, or maybe Bigger's got a secret inclination. I've had the form in the past few weeks. This win's mine.
This one's mine.
Has he got a flag? It's a Mercedes. And
no, it's lit. He's lost
it's
it.
lit, okay.
Trying to get out of that. That turn must just be slick coming out of it.
As we've got 7 laps to go. 6 when Camden crosses the line. Camden is getting hustled by Eric. But obviously Eric is a lap down until he unlaps himself with Camden. But obviously Eric probably will want to stay behind Camden so he finishes that race a lap quicker. But Maverick has caught up half a second maybe. Tentative coming out the banking. It really is business time because let's have a see what Cox's tyres like coming out of here. We know that the wets were just not having any fun after 18 laps, and to try and do 18 laps on the Interest, I don't know if it's possible.
I don't know. I think you're gonna risk punctures. I mean, I don't think, because obviously the wets are the harder compound. I mean, Big Puff is in control of this race.
Yeah. Cox's still got lots of ERS, but I bet they all have. Yeah, they all have. Puff's just got a full tank, just keeping it clean.
Bigga may be trying to catch because he is using his ERS, so he may be trying to catch Puff.
Yeah, the more you use that ERS, the more heat you're putting through those tyres, like, and you could just overcook them. But obviously Coxie knows that he's probably only got 3rd place now. He needs to try and consolidate it. He's what, 6.2.
Oh, Mario's gone around there.
A safety car would really shake it up. And
there it is.
Oh
and
my
there
God.
It is.
No.
Do you go in and get new inters now to be faster?
Coxie's the top 4 have gone past. So is Maverick.
Oh no.
Aero's gone. Yep. That's probably the perfect opportunity.
So it's interesting that Mario's spinning around and losing
so
his
now,
wing causes safety car.
That 3-second penalty of Coxie is just...
That's massive now.
Yep.
He's going to have to put 3 seconds between him and Alt.
That's where the safety car can kill a race.
Man, does he...
You...
I mean, it's a tough call because everyone behind you's got really old inters, and you could be just that much faster.
Well, you know, Aero's going to come out in 8th, so Aero he's going to go. Safety car's going to let him past. Sawyer, Andrew pit, Mario pits. Let's see what these boys are going to do. And Mario's retired. It makes sense to pit.
It does.
And Camden stayed out.
Make sure you have enough speed coming out. Yeah, Puff stays out. Bigga stays out.
Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe like their tyres are on 30%. But the sign that Aero went in means that they might be on a knife edge come the end of the race. But obviously the safety car, there's only going to be a few laps of racing.
Well, I think when the safety car, when it gets within so many laps, it's only a lap. So like this could be it, and then it's going to start up again.
Yeah, obviously look what a safety car is. You got the Haas, who's pretty much to the back of the pack, is it? Camden's caught up with a safety car.
Yeah, it may be Coxie not wanting to risk losing all that time and then having to play catch up.
And Eric's trying to go past, and obviously it's gave him the you can't pass under safety car because these 2 lap cars could. Obviously they're not in the way actually because. I think Eric's got fresh. I think Eric's just thought, sod it, he's going.
Yep, so has Lit.
He got disqualified.
Oh, Lit's disqualified for ignoring the yellow flag. Both of them. I guess they just decided. And they run each other off the road, alright.
That's crazy. Obviously, Cody's need to work that out where lap cars can't get in the way.
So here comes just... I wouldn't be surprised if the safety car goes in right now.
So if Mario didn't DNF in the pits, he would have some points.
Yeah.
So
he would.
But there's hindsight, isn't it? He didn't know that was going to happen. So lucky.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20.
Oh, as Baboon nearly goes in. What happened to Maverick? How Maverick pit? So Maverick could be. Maverick could be.
Arrow, Soy, and Adri all have fresh enters.
So the race could come back to Soy then, because obviously Aero ain't going to factor in. If I was Aero, I might just let Soy through.
I'd really like to see Camden just kind of pull off and let
it go, like
duke it out. Just duke it out, because I mean, there's 2 laps left. Let them fight it. You know?
Well, if Coxie gets a good start, because he's quicker than Mr. Baboon, and these two, Baboon and Sam, could hold up Maverick on the inters, because it is hard to pass. You're pretty much gambling to try and put the car past someone.
Yeah, I mean, where you can pass in the dry, you cannot pass in the wet here.
I think the safety car could be in this lap to give him 2 running laps. Could be, I could be right. Which would be a bit of a kick in the balls to RC. Even though he'll get points anyway, no matter what, because obviously you've got Adri, Aero, and Camden, and GP.
Well,
So if
did Mario finish? Is it 80%? Is it 80% the rule?
90%. Yeah. So Mario will get points.
90%, so he'll get points.
There'll only be like 8 T2 finishes. Obviously, our reserves have finished, so there'll only be 8 T2 finishes this race. Oh, as there's damage between Sam and Alt. So,
and Alt gets a 5-second for hitting Sam. Baboon gets a 5-second for hitting Coxie.
So obviously, this might pull into Cox's favour if they've all got damage behind him.
They've all got damage and 5-second penalties.
So
and then Alt's got another 5 seconds.
No, not to do anything stupid. Camden's being wise. He lets the safety car go in. Obviously, these inters are going to be absolutely cold. But look at that run that Coxie's got.
Yeah, so Coxie's going to be clear. All 3 cars behind him have 5 seconds or 10 seconds in penalties. So he's going to be clear for 3rd. It's just racing Biga and trying to get a...
As Coxie gets through?
Make a screw up. Biga goes wide. Coxie's
could he be 2 on the bounce? Oh!
Oh no!
He upset of it. He upset of it, which is fair play. That could have been dangerous. That's a smart head. As Puff probably hasn't got heat in the tyres. As Camden's just gone, which is... It looks like it's coming down heavier now. Or is that just me? No, it is just me. It's just some of the T-cams are absolutely like filled with rain.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Oh, but obviously Coxie's got that 3 seconds, so he needs to just get past as quick as possible. So at the minute he's got a 1.4, 1.5 to Mr. Baboon.
Yeah, I mean he's not as far as Mr.
Soyloka
Baboon and
Maverick are fighting.
Coxie, no matter what's going to finish 3rd. It's just can he get enough space between him and Biga to finish 2nd at this point?
Oh yeah, because I forgot about the penalties. Yeah, so yeah, the podium's checked out. It's on the final lap.
Final lap coming around.
Cox would love to win it on track, but obviously he knows.
Looks like Camden's gonna go for the win here.
Yeah. Puff gets a better exit this time.
But Coxie's right on him.
Right on him.
And gaining.
Just got to be careful of that dirty air. Camden has dropped a little bit of time to Puff. A few temps.
Biga just making sure he stays within those 3 seconds.
Yeah. Obviously Baboon shouldn't do anything stupid now and he's got a penalty.
Yeah, he's got a penalty. Just make sure you finish.
Yeah.
At this point.
And Soy's kind of recovered. Obviously he'll get 5th place. Did Soy get a penalty? I don't believe he did he?
don't believe
It was Sam.
did.
It was Sam, Maverick, and Baboon. As Cam's going to cross the line, takes the win on track, but Puff's going to take the win, followed by Coxey and Bigger. So it's a double podium for the Ferrari.
Oh no, cause Soy was within enough time by .225 to take the podium away from Coxey. Oh, that might have just been the fresher tires.
Whoa,
that might have been just that small amount of difference.
God. Jesus.
Wow.
Takes the... Oh, we'd have liked to see a Coxey a big on the podium, but...
Well, if you want to get if you want to go through the oh no, the party's private.
It's a private party. Private party.
I'll go through the finishing. I mean, obviously Camden won on track, but doesn't count. So Puff, the actual winner.
Hold on.
Third.
Hold on. It's saying Bigger second. Has Bigger won the race? It's for me. It's saying Camden first, Bigger second, Puff third, Soy fourth. So it'd be Bigger one, Puff two, Soy three. Did Puff get a penalty that we didn't see? No.
No. But
obviously that's a glitch because Puff crossed the line. So it's a Puff one, Bigger second, Soy third.
Puff one. Let's. I'm gonna rewind here to make sure I'm not going insane.
No, it was that. Puff definitely finished.
Yeah, because Bigger was behind Coxey. Yeah, that's a glitch. Yeah, because there's no penalties on Puff's end.
What?
Yeah, so Puff first, biggest.
Man, I got fucking...
RC 6th, Alt 7th, Sam.
I've got it. Invite Soy. Sorry. I'm probably not going to hear you because I'm trying to invite Soy, and that's Soy. Right, I've invited them all.
Puff and Bigger.
It's going to be popping off for these two Ferrari guys. I've finally got it. It's commiserations for Coxey, man. Fucking hell.
Gotta feel bad. I mean, man. Yeah, he still finished fourth. I mean, starting 11th, finishing fourth in the rain. I mean, that's massive. I want to know how those inters were holding together at the end of the race there.
Yeah, just beautiful. Coxey fucking got me there. I couldn't fucking stop him. I just was so afraid of like putting too much power into that final corner that, you know what I mean, just to blow it. Then he fucking just hurled it through there and got on me.
We're waiting for Soy, see if he joins. I have sent him an invite.
He legit got a penalty though, right? Like, because the timing looked wrong at the end. Puff actually won.
Yeah,
that was a... Yeah, so that was just a weird glitch. Yeah, Coxey had a penalty, so it should have been Puff in second on the board.
And then me third, and then Coxey fourth? Or Soy...
Fifth.
Soy actually got him by like inches?
Yes, by .226, just barely.
Oh my god, that's so close.
That's the fresher tyres.
Man. Whew. Okay, let's just... Are we waiting for Coxey, or do you guys want to do
No, it's Soy.
Oh, it's
Soy.
True.
Soy, if he ever comes in.
He usually shows up. I think he showed up last week.
Well, I'll send him another invite. And if he don't come in a few... Give him like 30 seconds.
We had it covered, man. It's so annoying, that safety car.
That was annoying for Coxey. He had third wrapped up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
True.
Yeah, he would have
the
lost
penalty
that
and everything. Yeah.
Like Soy's tyres in his first stint, like they seem to have just dropped off like drastically. Oh, did he have a spin, Fuff? Did you notice? Did he have a spin, or was he off track at any point?
I don't think he ever spun.
Because his tyres just seem to have fallen off, and then within a few corners, you were like 3 seconds ahead of him. So
it just seems like his tires died. That's about it.
Well, I don't think he's gonna bite the bullet, or we'll deal with him when he joins. But these magical Ferraris have finally got their act together.
Broke the curse.
They finally didn't run into each other.
We was thinking,
No, we did
like,
a great job of not doing that.
I was thinking, like, is Bigger just gonna just think, you know what? I've had the form at the start of this season. I want this win.
Not a chance today.
But I did say, like, during the stream, that I think it's more about getting maximum points for the team rather than individual. Yeah. It didn't matter where you finished as long as it was 1-2.
I'm honestly quite a ways behind in the championship anyways. I think for both of us, we just want to compete for the constructors. So
yeah, but 25 points is a nice kickstart. There's still a lot of races to go.
It is.
We're only like 5 rounds into a 21 race, or is it 22? 22 races, so what? 17
left.
There you go.
And a nice fat 43 points for the Constructors' Championship. I mean, that's
Oof. We're getting fucking bonus checks next week.
maximum points.
Yeah.
I don't know if Soy's showing up. What's going on?
I don't think he is. Yeah, I think Jin was trying to start it there.
Yeah, let's get it going, I guess.
I did start this.
Yeah, that was his question. He was like, "What were you guys thinking?" He's interviewing us together, like we're
a
freaking frack or something, rather than individual excellent drivers.
It was all strategy. I fucking got swallowed up at the start. Thought it was done
saw
for.
that.
I nearly got knocked off by Eric too.
Yeah, I still can't start in dry conditions, and then I saw it was going to be piss and rain, and I was like, I'm done for. I think all the guys in front of me spun. I don't think I made a single overtake.
Yeah. we
There you go, then.
Yeah, they all just spun out of my way. I dropped for half a lap or so there, which scared the shit out of me. And then the VSC, the racing gods, they came through. Perfectly timed VSC, went into the pits, and came back out first. And
it was really
definitely. Then we didn't have to do any fucking choreographing, you know. Like I was planning to let him through.
He was going to catch you guys 100%. I mean, he was flying, and so that VSC saved some time there on those pit stops.
Yeah.
It was nerve-wracking.
Mindful.
But yeah, we kind of went a lap late for the inters, both me and Bigga. Bigga was fine, but I was going right past the pits when he called the switch, and then Bigga was the lead car, so I let him go first, and then next lap I went in and VC saved me. So
how was it seeing Soy coming out the back corner and nearly losing it?
I was thrilled. Your heart jumps because you don't want to fucking run into someone, but yeah.
He done that like about 3 or 4 times, and he's nearly lost it each time. Caught it though, and absolutely recovered.
Still got third, yeah. So 2 podiums in a row for him, which is sweet, and those
2
last
podiums in a row for Bigger as well.
Yeah.
So
Coxie was right there too.
News. Coxie was hounding us the whole race, man. I was sweating, managing that gap.
My heart was racing those last 2 laps. I was having some shitty exits and couldn't quite get the traction after the restart, but it's difficult to overtake. We saw in T1 in dry conditions in the wet without DRS. I was just kind of like,
it's a gamble.
Really only one corner. You just really got to get that exit right, and then you're fine.
Especially in T1.
Absolutely. It just looked like trying to pass on ice, getting out of the groove.
Man. Like I think Sam Iham went for a move on the inside, or someone went for a move on him around the outside of T1. It's a slight touch, it spun Sam and that was it. He had damage.
Yeah. So. Oh
man,
we
kept it clean out there.
That was something else.
It was a good race, nice race to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, entertaining, especially when I called the safety car at the end. Enjoy that.
Who did it happen to?
So Mario spun out, hit the wall, and his wing just broke off, and I guess that was enough to trigger the safety car.
Are you kidding me?
31.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's annoying.
The thing is, it was like one place outside the points before like getting rid of the reserves. If he didn't retire in the pits, he would have had points. So it's just one of them hindsight things, because obviously Lit Romney and Eric tried to overtake Camden in the safety car and they got disqualified. So obviously you can't do that.
Isn't that a thing you can do though? I was saying to Bigger in the party chat when we were going.
I'm sure Team Money mentioned something that it's in the real life rules. They can't do that. They have to stay there. Because I'm sure we've saw it in races this season where they've had to stay there and just pull over on the safety car restart.
I don't know. It sucks for both them, obviously.
I say you only can go past the safety car if you're catching back up to the pack. Like, as soon as you're behind the pack and if you've lapped and you've got cars in front of you, you can't overtake them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense then. Obviously, in real life, you can do that, but I don't even know what to say.
Soy wants an invite to the
Well, I've given him 2 invites.
My move around Soy there when he was just getting himself gathered was very important. I was just like, I have to fucking nail this. He was like, because he was making the apex, and I'm like, well, now we're almost on even footing, but he's probably like nervous, right? So I figured if I just punched the gas, I'd get him. But I don't know if Coxie's listening, but nice move, bud. It's fucking. He had me on the fucking exit. Right on the exit of that corner, I was like, he's got me. I'm fucked. Like, I didn't get enough power down before we got going. So.
Yeah, that's the tough part about rain is if you stick it at just the wrong point.
I was thinking, like, imagine me blowing a 1-2 on a restart. I was like, that's worse than Coxie getting between us and not getting third. I didn't know he had a penalty.
Give me 2 seconds.
It out of that next corner, but I was on the bad part of the track that I never drive on, and I was like, if I hit the gas here, I'm gonna regret it.
Have you got Soy as your friend? If you have, like, and Soy's listening, just join off these guys. I've turned the party public because I've sent him 3 invites and he's not got them.
I'll send him an invite.
Yeah, I sent him one now.
Come on, Papa Soy.
I had to invite him last time.
I know, but I've turned the party to public now, so.
My cat is so happy that I finished second. You should see how hyped he is. He's going ham.
There he is. So obviously we want to hear off him, obviously, because he had...
There he is.
Towards the end of his first stint, his tyres absolutely went off. I just want to hear his side. And how glad he is to get back on the podium through it all.
Yeah, that's really fucking fortunate. Given the circumstances.
Yeah. So what happened with your tires there? Like, what was that, like lap 10? It seems like they turned to ice.
Yeah, they completely just went off on me. Like, I had no grip, nothing at all. I don't know, they weren't even overheating. They were at decent wear. I just had nothing left. So at that point in time, I just tried to keep it together as best as possible and, not fuck up. But hey, at the end of the day, the safety car completely threw me a lifeline, so I made the best of it. Had to make a couple passes at the end, and got on the podium. Yeah, here I am.
Sorry, just
By
a moment.
Like
I don't think I've ever heard Soy Logo speak before now. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, because my ass was always finishing in the back.
He's Canadian, so he sounds just like us to everyone else.
He does sound just like us, yeah.
He's Soy Loco. They're just like us.
Is that a full Canadian podium that we've seen? Is that the first ever?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's an all-Canadian podium. Yeah.
Canadian.
Oh,
Canada. Our home native land.
The diver down the lyric.
You're the winner. You gotta lead the singing here, bud.
Yeah.
But no, that's good stuff. What happened to you at the front?
Pressure. Couldn't handle the pressure. Saw those 2 Ferraris. It's like a psychological thing. 2 red cars in your mirror.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. He's not saying anything. I don't hear him.
No,
he's not saying no.
I didn't know who you're talking. I didn't know if you're talking to me, but no, I didn't know if you're talking.
You. We were talking about you joking with us behind you.
Yeah, no, completely. Honestly, once my tires went, I just tried to keep it together as best as possible. But I got a little bit of wing damage, had to pit in, and I'm like, okay, you want to know, just finish
Did you
it.
get damage on that spin?
I think I must have touched on the bank.
Yeah.
Going into this straight, I touched the wing. I touched a little bit there. So that's where.
Sorry, when I got around you, I was thinking like I was like, when I got there and you just had started going again, and I was like, fuck, I need to get by. Like, you can't get by anybody on this damn track. So I went around you, but like, you had quite a bit of a lead on us before that because Puff, like on that first restart on the safety car, like I think he was doing the same thing I did when Coxie got me. He was just being like super cautious, and then you just fucking took off.
You ripped me. I swear you gained 3 seconds down the pitch straight alone.
Yeah, no. Well, like, after the safety car, I timed the safety car restart pretty well. So I'll give myself a little bit of a pat on the back on that one because I really just gunned it at the perfect time. But I just started losing grip on the tires, and I couldn't keep it together after that. So once I saw you gaining, I'm like, okay, something's up with the tires. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But then once I had the little bobble, once you got by me and I had that second bobble where Bigga got by me, I'm like, okay, I just need to get to the pit stop. I just need to get to the 16th, 17th lap, pit in, and pray for a miracle.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been so nervous in those opening stages, and then pretty much throughout the race as the conditions were changing. There was a bit, though, towards the end of the wet stint where I just felt like I got in a groove. I figured out where kind of the traction was and everything, and I could see there was a point where I got to within 1 second, but then I couldn't see anything, so I kind of backed off again, and I was like, whatever. I'm content with second at this point if he's cut the pace, and yeah, then you just happen to make that mistake, but it was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think this is the first time this is the first time I've played this game in wet conditions. So,
oh really?
Yeah, I haven't touched wet conditions in this.
Yeah.
Haven't touched wet conditions in this game so far. So this is the first. And it's not easy at all.
No, man, it's like a constant. I don't know. It's far more stressful than when you're just driving around in the dry. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for a dry race because I had some decent pace here in dry, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, points are still points.
Yeah,
podiums are still podiums.
Podiums are still podiums.
Yes, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I just want to give a quick shout out to Puff for winning his fucking first race on the wheel after being like way off the pace for the beginning of the season, and then. Fuck, I mean, he's been getting there and just put it all together this week, which is nice to see, so... God damn it, he won before I did. That annoys me.
That Ferrari won too. We'll see how Spain goes, though. I don't know. Zandvoort felt good.
I'll get one later in the season, I think, at some point, but... If
I start winning, I'm gonna get kicked out, so maybe I'll start sandbagging again.
Yeah, that's true. You have to put them in tonight.
Yeah,
You're supposed to pull over and let me go and make it look like you were so slow.
I do got to get going though, guys, but obviously thanks for commentating. I'm gonna definitely watch this one back.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, congrats, Soy and Bigga. Ferrari won too. Hopefully we get like 10 more of those this season.
Yeah, that's it, guys.
Alright.
Thanks a bunch, guys.
No problem,
everybody.
Well, we'll be back Sunday for EU, remember? Back again at Netherlands for the EU night, fucking 8 o'clock UK and whatever in America.
It's 3
p.m.
3 p.m. in the afternoon. And we'll catch you then. That's me, I'm out. Bye. Bye bye.
See you guys.
Later, guys. Later.
See you later.